pushing me closer to the edge. Hand back, John, now let loose. Don't mind if I do. For all the days that I said.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Six Invitational 2025 Open Qualifiers, the last chance qualifiers. This is the Oceanic region semi-finals for qualifier number 1. As I stated earlier, whoever wins this will be comfortable and will be moving on towards not only the grand finals, but they'll also have their spot in Oceanic playoffs guaranteed for themselves. So, of course, big and important game for all of these teams and all of these players. Of course, first and foremost, operator bans coming through, and Supernova continuing yesterday's trend they started and taking Blackbeard off the board. They did it yesterday when we saw them playing against Circular. They won on Consulate 7-5. Saw it yesterday, seeing it again today. Maybe they just don't like getting Shield. They just haven't practiced it too much yet. He is relatively new. I think he's literally less than a week old. So his current state, and the trend, of course, of shield banning will continue. Montaigne also being taken off the board. No more shields. Leaving only the Blitz and the Fuse on the board in regards to what, of course, they were nerfed. Some people argue that was enough. Some people argue that was not enough. I'm sure most of you here this morning will have seen the Colgate clips from America. If not, there is, I believe it was linked to a really, really good like little TikTok video. So please do go search that one, find that one if you want to see what that was all about. Shield being bullied and warned in the corner in a 1v4, and then he swings out, takes the shotgun, gets them all. And speaking of shotguns, the Boss G, it's been on a bit of a tear. We know he knows. A lot of players like to use it to spawn peek, and well, you can see there, obviously being taken out of the cards for this round, not going to be doing it too much this game. Going to kick things off with Master Bedroom. Master Bedroom office defense for the start. Of course, 6 targets are going to be the ones starting on the defensive side for this map. Quick go over the map veto while we're here, actually, waiting for this one. So Nighthaven Labs was the first map banned by 6 targets. Cafe was banned by Supernova, Lair, Clubhouse, Consulate, Skyscraper, Bank. Then it was a coin flip between Border,
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused.
Border and Chalet, and of course, this is Chalet. If you didn't know, this is Chalet. So this is where we've ended up, and 6 targets opted to start on the defensive side. So this is where we'll be holding our first battleground for today. Of course, 6 targets, not a team I haven't had the pleasure of casting yet. No, you'll likely know them from Oceanic League. However, of course, it does seem like they've had a few small roster changes since then. So do keep that one in mind.
10 seconds to go.
Well, the round gets underway. I'm just going to have a check on the old Wikipedia page.
5 seconds remaining.
Of course, I think you'll recognise a lot of these players from Oceanic League sometimes make the first stage of Oceanic League. I don't believe they qualified to the second one, however. I know a lot of these players will have been scattered around and doing various bits, and what a familiar sight that is. Happens back on the Ash. First thing, of course, this morning, ready to get things going. No crazy spawn peaks, unfortunately. About having circuit spheres around, I don't think we're quite going to be seeing anything quite as absurd as we saw yesterday, at least this round. Now I have a bit of trying to hunt the roamers on the basement here. Bit of an engagement between Crine and Quixie. Bit of damage taken on both sides, but not going to be anything life-ending. I think the best play for Crine here is he's just sprinting away. He's just running. Elsewhere on the map, though, Pinku taking damage, trying to clear this first floor hold. There are 3 players on the first floor now. It's going to be Zeph. Peeking in these long angles, taking him with the 9mm. Of course, does have the ACOG, so can definitely contest these longer angles, but it doesn't hit too hard, so you need to make sure you're hitting those headshots. Drones are going to be going in, however. You can see President knows about the player. However, it's going to be Pinku just to play off the intel right off the back of that and win the gunfight, gets the opening engagement. Falling in towards the favour of Supernova. Well, minute 15 gone off the round time and out, and for the most part, we'll buy a bit of a cheeky play from Ray. Map controllers all but fallen into the favour of the side of Supernova. Of course, Orion able to pop a C4, takes down Pinku. Ray sprinting back to site to go and support his teammates. Numbers disadvantage still for 6 targets, but they are able to get one on the board now, so they can definitely start to get this. Drone's going to be going through. Got President playing on the Solarium window, trying to see didn't get anything. It's likely to be Crying to take this engagement. However, I don't think Six Targets are going to want to give him anything away just yet. Either barricades, of course, causing him to Crying. Getting lit up underneath the vertical, being forced to fall back a bit further. And Solarium control is now fully in the hands of the attacking force. They're moving forward. Josh taking a bit of chip damage, but able to get a bit of a soft wall open. Able to get the Cowan Hives in. Likely try and pass the intel on towards the buck, and then, of course, Quick See from below can play the vertical. 45 left and 45 seconds, and hold here from Six Targets. It's definitely working. It's stalling out the attack, but there's still plenty of time to work. Ray's been able to slip back in Solarium mode. I don't know if his position is no, it's not. He's able to go up the stairs. He gets one, but he's unfortunately the only one left standing for Six Targets. He's makes it 2, makes it a 1 versus 1. Oh no, Quixie falls into the Frostmat. It's a triple kill for Ray. And suddenly now 1 versus 1 between Bappen and Ray. Ray, of course, left half HP. Bappen on full. 15 seconds though. Bappen's going to have to be the aggressor. Bappen's going to have to be the one to make this move. All Ray needs to do is stay alive for the next 10 seconds. And he'll be walking away from this one victorious. Time's ticking away. What are you going to do, Bappen? Are you going to push? Or are you going to take the gunfight? He's going to push. He's right into Ray, and 6 targets walk away with the round. Very, very close one. And that was a quad kill from Ray to open things up. A beautiful, beautiful clutch from him. Keeping 6 targets alive in the first round and getting it over the line. And well, the rest of the day is going to be like that. I can tell you, we're going to be in for an entertaining morning / evening of Siege. I say morning / evening because I'm aware most of you here probably are watching from the from Australia, because I'd assume you're all supporting your home region. And unfortunately, you're stuck with us lovely European casters. Of course, do keep in mind as well, one thing I would like to reiterate is, of course, please do go check ! Bracket. I put it in the chat earlier. Put it in chat again if it disappeared for you. You can go and see all of the games I've played up to this point, as well as the other, keep an eye on the other game that's going underway. It's not being cast, so you just have to wait for the final results to be sent in. And yeah, you can see what shenanigans are happening elsewhere. Obviously, we do have the other APAC regions doing qualifiers as well later this morning. I won't be casting those. I'm going to cast these first 2 OCE games. I think at which point Asia, Korea, and Japan start their qualifiers. So there's plenty of good Siege to be had today. And speaking of good Siege, if you take your eyes to the bottom right of your screen here, interesting operator lineup from Supernova. I think we're going fast this round. Got a feeling we're going to be going very, very fast. Of course, the newly reworked Sense, as well as an Amaru, Blitz, and a Ying, and a Lioness. This one indicates a rush. Of course, on towards Kitchen Guide, there are some good angles you can get, but before you can rush into sight, you really do need to hit a vertical objective.
Attackers recover the diffuser.
Of course, Nico playing Solace. I mean, we don't see too much nowadays, really. Solace, of course, you know, ever since being nerfed, she's really struggled to find her place in the meta and not being bought all too often. But it doesn't seem like Supernova massively want to go for hold, instead sort of wanting to go for... Well, here it comes. Ray being forced out of position, straight into the lines of sight of Quixie, able to almost get a second for his Trevor, and the members of 6 targets just falling apart. Bappen able to get another 2 versus 5 now. It's just Nico able to get one on the back of the runner, but you're stuck outside the building. Not only that, intel is given away, and as Prime falls, Nico's left stuck outside the building as a defender. He's able to get another one for his troubles, but I've got a feeling this one isn't going to be going towards the side of 6 targets. Players watching, and there you go. It's going to be Pinku to close it out. Supernova get the second round on the board. Really effective rush strategy there. Wait for the prime moment, wait for the vulnerability, charge in, execute the round. Phenomenal. Exactly what you want to be seeing from them. And we are 1 apiece now, heading to round 3. Good start from both sides. There's definitely, as I say, there's potential for a good game here. I definitely feel like these games have got it in them. Or a little bit of a good game, because if you look to the bracket of yesterday, a lot of the games are quite, I think we had the closest game, I think, in yesterday's bracket. If I just backtrack to... Yeah, so other than So Fresh, Summer Hits and Spectrum Soldiers being the 7-5, every other game was not quite as close as the 7-5 we had yesterday. So hopefully we can have some close games today. Maybe a bit of overtime if we're lucky. Of course, do keep in mind it is all best of ones today. Even the grand final coming up next, that will also be a best of one series. So Not going to be having any long best of threes today. Going to have been a nice easy little morning. 2 best of ones. Well, and just again reiterating, because I know I said it yesterday, but of course maybe some new faces coming in this morning. Also, hello. When it looks like they're doing this, it may look like they're slightly doing speed hacks. They're not. There's just a glitch in the game at the minute. I'm sure you may have seen it in your own games, where you're sprinting, you don't look like you're sprinting. So just to clear things up, if they're walking really really fast, they are sprinting. Just there's a slight hiccup with it at the minute, just to clear things up, just to avoid any confusion. And for now, shields, and it seems like the fast track from Supernova is going to be being. I think it's going to be happening. I think crazy fast is going to be happening yet again. Of course, I said last time you need to clear the vertical. Last time Supernova didn't really worry about it. Seems like this time they might be giving it a bit more attention. I mean, at least trying to contest onto the library and clear the immediate spots out. Of course, on this library engagement, it's going to be Zeph holding on with the Azami. Knows there's one on K9 balcony. Having a bit of a rock and a hard place now.
Cuba deployed. Surface secured.
What can they get cooking? Of course, Zeph swinging. But not far behind the teammates. Orion able to get one with the T4. Taken down. There goes more frag grenades. Kiva barrack is continuing to be wasted away. And Zeph and Ray, I think they've decided now's enough and they need to get back to the site. But look what's in the site. It's going to be bapping on the blitz. Continuing to cause problems for the side of 6 targets, and the kill feed lights up orange. Now it's just Ray left in 1 versus 3. He's able to take the head off of Bappen, and could we see another magic touch from Ray? Saw it just around and a bit ago. But he's going to need to do it again, and no, he's not going to be able to. Pinku yet again closing it out with the SMG 12 this time, not the SMG 11. And well, it's going to be Supernova taking up the lead for the first time in this series, nice and early on. Well, first quarter's through and through. Full site rotations coming through now. It's going to be back up to master bedroom for the side of 6 targets. As they head through, slightly different operator lineup to what before. Supernova, I think they find in their stride with this very fast, aggressive siege. And obviously the operator lineup, I think, is still reflecting that. Obviously Josh sticking onto the Amaru. I think a very execute-heavy utility. And on top of that, is really going to be able to sort of improve the game and keep things at a good pace for Supernova. It seems to be something that 6 targets seems to be struggled to be dealing with. Of course, you saw there in the previous round, 2 players, holding up stairs towards library. They fall back towards the site, but by that point, there's already a blitz in the site, and you already have slight problems. I think swapping, of course, back to a bit more of a traditional operator lineup from Supernova. You can see down there in the bottom right with the operator repick these off the finger and the Amaru onto the butt and towards the rim. So, slight change coming in from Supernova. Slightly, maybe thought it would be a different bomb site, and we've not actually had a basement bomb site yet. Another thing, we've done an office bedroom twice now, kitchen and then bar. So, not had the basement just yet. But so far, seems to be Supernova. Minus that sort of first round, I think. I mean, you've got to talk about how much Ray is popping off, I think, so far this game. He's 5 and 2 at the minute. Just a few rounds in, of course, a lot of that going on. Big quick see. Drone now. No one found it in the basement just yet. 4 6 targets. They're just going to be waiting. Here comes top angle Ray. I think looking to get aggressive. Might be going for a spawn peek. There is one down there. You can see down there. There is the Grim stuck outside. But I don't think it's going to be. I mean, that Legion there just testing the response. They know the run out's coming and ready. The question is Ray going to go for anything? Or is he just going to continue to hover around on the bathtub? Mitch, you control your keyboards with your feet. Interesting. God. Oh, I'm not awake enough for this at all. Bit of an engagement up here. Apart from Ray really being put under a lot of pressure now. C4's going to go. C4's going to get ripped. Is it going to get tossed? Did you hear the gunfight? Yes, it is. C4's going to go, and I think stares Death down in the face. Elsewhere, though, Josh is able to get one. Onto Ray, pushing through West entrance out. As ping onto the Legion knows where it is. Do they know about the second? Do they know about the Azami? I don't think so just yet. Sees the head, but now sees the Azami. Takes the head clean off the Azami, but it's Orion from above, able to hold onto the vertical and continue. He's down. Flank from Nico down the Solarium stairs. Supernova seem like they're in a bit of a pickle right now, in a bit of a pinch, and well, it's just going to be Bap and left now. Players behind, players in front. You've got really no choice. About to make your way towards something there. Zeph fire. Believing there's one elsewhere, but no, it's going to be Orion from the top again. Vertical. Just not being able to clear, struggling to clear. Sort of underneath. And well, 6 targets, able to walk away successful with their primary bomb site choice yet again. In much more convincing fashion than the last time it was played, so hopefully that will mean remaining bomb sites will come back in a bit more of a positive fashion for 6 targets, I suppose. But of course, we yet to see how things fare. Yeah, back to bar gaming. Which interestingly enough was the tertiary bomb site choice for 6 targets last time. Led this time opting to go to it second. Some things around. I mean, mind you, Chalet is one of these maps where I feel like every site on it is viable, in my opinion. So it's not
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
totally,
by attackers. Bomb located by attackers.
totally out of the question. I suppose we bring in though. We'll see. And here come the Capcan traps. Nothing that can stop a bit of fast siege. A good old Capcan trap to get the 3 cams stuck in the floor there. There you go. Well, an almost entire repick coming out here from Supernova. You can see, obviously, using the repick, swapping out onto an entirely new set of operators. I think they were expecting a different bomb site. Obviously, 6 targets shifting up there. Their order of things, their priorities, changing out who exactly they want.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Who exactly they want, sort of have defending in the order that they want to do things in. Of course, our penultimate round of the half, but really, I mean, really so far, I think providing the attacks from 6 targets were able to hold up, we definitely saw they were yesterday. They had some good attacks yesterday. Definitely should, hopefully, be able to get things over the line. Keep things close. Also, do keep in mind, reiterate, you win this best of 1 series, you are going to be guaranteed your spot in the Oceanic playoffs, where you get to go up against Gaming Gladiators and all the other victorious teams from these open qualifiers for your spot. Oceanic for your spot. Take the Oceanic spot at the APAC LAN playoff. I can get my words out. Again, it's not 6 AM on a Saturday morning. No, no, no. Well, here comes Quixie. Sneaking his way up basement stairs, but elsewhere. It's going to be Josh. Pick on Seth. Shuts him down early into the world. Round and, well, here comes Quixie on the Nook, able to drop one onto Nico. Sneaking through now supported by Bappen on the Ash. Stealth has been given up, but still this Nook continues to hold angles, and those Capcan traps not going to be able to do anything too much. Yet being taken out of the round. Shut down early on. Here comes the C4. I don't think it's quite going to be able to catch him, but it's certainly going to be giving the players of Supernova a bit of a scare. But scared or not, Josh continuing to have a great round so far. 2nd kill for him. Dropping yet another player of 6 targets. Just Crine and Ray. Left in 2 versus 5. Crine yet to be able to pick up a kill. Never mind. I would like to retract that last statement. Nice shot indeed, Quixie. Beautiful one tap from Crine. Gets himself on the board now. And Crine and Ray left to hold things. 55 seconds at the clock. Now it's just left all down to Ray. Makes it a 1 versus 3. We saw a 1 versus 4 earlier on. 1 does go down to the Capcan traps. I believe that is Josh. Fallen is eventually revived. Nope, that was a Frostmat he went down to, so someone else fell in the Capcan trap. Traps seeming to do wonders. For the side of 6 targets. Beautiful wallbang from Ray. Some really good shots this round. Make it another kill from Ray. It's a triple yet again. Is he about to do what he did in round 1? Is he about to get another 1 versus 4? Just Pinku left, and he's on a sliver of HP. 30 seconds left on the clock. Got to try and force this kit down at some point. Of course, Ray's got a choice. Pinku has to win, get the kill or get the plant down. Time is against him. Ray, all he needs to do is hold on for life. Pinku, you got that choice. Are you going to go for the plant, or are you going to try and push upstairs into the lines of sight? And Ray, I think he will. But Ray, gunshot's going to give away Pinku's position, and all Ray needs to do is hide. He's just going to sprint out. He's just going to run. He's just going to hide. Falls back down, and well, I don't think Pinku's going to have time here to chase his on, but no, it's not going to be successful. It's going to be yet another 1 versus 4 from Ray. Are you kidding me? What has this man had for dinner? Unbelievable. A second 1 versus 4 from Ray. You have to be kidding me. 6 targets. Get themselves the advantage. Get themselves at least half of the rounds from this half. Ray. I mean, MVP so far. Double digits. We're not even through the first half yet. Having an absolute belter of a game here. What more can you say? Like, this man is... Oof. He is putting up a lot of trouble here for the side of 6 targets. Of course, that round supported by a beautiful one-tap from Brine and well.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
The first time
attackers.
so far, we're actually going to see the basement objective being played. We're going to go heading down to Snowmobile Garage, Snowmobile Wine, whichever one you fancy to call it.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
And we'll see how things fare. I mean, so far, I won't say the attack been bad. I mean, mind you there, I think Supernova has given away a lot of ones. I'd say it's slightly concerning. It has happened twice now. It's definitely a slight cause for concern that Ray's been able to pull off a 1v4 like that twice in this game. Twice in the span of 5 rounds. That is quite concerning. But you know what? I think it's not like anyone from Supernova, I think, I wouldn't say is putting in a bad one. Everyone's putting in decent numbers so far, I'd say, on the side of Supernova. It's just, I think, that X factor that Ray's feeling today. He really wants this post-qualifiers spot. Really, really starting to cause some numbers. Cause trouble for Supernova. But final round and a half now. Final chance for Supernova to get an attacking round in. Exothermic's going to be going on the front entrance. Fateful, so there through the outline, was attempted by Nico. Not going to be successful. Going to be unable to trick it. Main breach is going to be open, however. TCSG has that front breach on lockdown. For the time being, at least. Now, they're just likely going to be focusing more towards the roam clear. 2 players upstairs from the side of 6 targets. You've got Zeph and Brine, top floor and first floor, respectively, holding down the fort. And definitely flank can prove slightly problematic. Obviously, Prime's got quite the setup around him. Reinforced walls, Vulcan canisters. Prime's ready to hold on to this area and get away with his life should he need to. And really, I think these positions are less about sort of wasting time, or less about getting kills, more about wasting time. Zeph, cheeky little punch hole there. Doing a good bit of damage on Pinku, just sort of waiting. But Zeph's giving him nothing. Pinku's going to be forced to sort of fall back slightly. Oh. Elsewhere, Ryan has made his way back down to the objective. It's just Zeph left alone on the roam now. The question is, do you ignore Zeph? And I think that seems to be the solution here. Ignore Zeph for now, just try and push towards site. And it seems to be working for a second there. President able to drop Orion. Over 3 players left now for the side of Supernova. Bappin left on his own, trying to contest his roam. He's still chasing Ghost. He believes there's one on this first floor. Which there's not. There's one on the second floor still, but it's not been cleared out just yet. C4's going to get ripped. See, back out through the wall. On the side there. The side of Supernova, they really need to try and get through his feet. Flashbang's going into trench, and well, here comes the Ash. Bappin storming straight into sight. Be present, unable to confirm the kill, but Bappin on a double kill. So, tearing things up in this objective with an Ash. 30 seconds left on the clock now. Both players
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
of Supernova able to support each other, but the vertical's not. You're going to have to win this gunfight in the vertical. That's exactly what Pinku's going to be able to do. Just Nico now left on a sliver of HP to deny this diffusion. It's not going to happen. Double for Pinku, double for Bappin. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have had an even half. 3 rounds apiece on this half, and dare I say it, we may have a game on our hands thus far. What an entertaining prospect. And obviously, there is a slight delay on the chat, so obviously you guys are seeing everything 4 minutes behind what obviously I'm casting out. And of course, the reactions to Ray going absolutely nuclear yet again are, oh my god, check his moss. I'm not saying do, just of course check his. That is naturally where things are going. I mean, where he's putting up performances like that. I mean, 11 kills in the first half here. Have a quick look at the scoreboard. Four sort of things do go over the line. It's been a pretty good game from all sides, I'd say, so far. Everyone's sort of Everyone across the board is putting in their weight and really really been entertaining so far. President on the clash. I love a bit of shield play. And for 6 targets, well, we'll see how things fare on the attack. Of course, this can always be the harder side.
10 seconds left.
So
5
there can be some struggles. Also, I do apologise. I don't know if it is, but I do apologise if you could hear any like wind noises in the background. We're having like
locate a bomb and
fast
defuse it.
winds, and by fast winds I mean fast England, which is like very slow, all things considered. But we're having high wind. The way my house is on that corner, you can hear it. So I do apologise if that does come through on the microphone. But back to, of course, the game at hand. I don't think it's fair. I mean, so far it's been a really, really close game. Everyone's like, as I say, really hard to call a winner at this point, and I think these first few attacking rounds are going to be crucial to see whether 6 targets keep the pace they've maintained. They've started on the defense, of course, Supernova. Being able to get 3 attacks, I'd say, is a pretty fair show, and of course, it's just now a question of can they hold on the defenses? Was the question we were all asking. Who's going to be going out?
Activated.
Second E1D pushing through as well. There's for 6 targets, very quickly making their way through. Opened up fireplace, making their way up onto the mezzanine.
A bomb has been located.
And clearly wanting this canine wall open. Final E1D scan's going to go, and I don't think anyone's quite going to be too caught out by it. Of course, we've got a few players Solarium side from Supernova, but not much pressure there, so I think they're just going to opt to fall back towards site. However, here comes the pressure. Here comes the hard breach. This is going to be difficult here. A bit of a spray from Pinku. Not able to catch anyone off of it just yet. President able to take the bulk of the fire, but it's going to be underneath Ray. Able to take the clash off the board, and that is a critical one to be losing early. Ryan does fall to Pinku, so we're man counts even for the time being. Josh having an ink in there. There's going to be one outside. Going to be going for the run out, and it's going to be successful. Zeph's going to fall in the process. Supernova holding on so far. As 6 targets haven't been able to get their way into sight, but they're going to need to get some frags going if they can get this diffuser down. Orion going to do exactly that. Takes Pinku down out of the lobby. 2 versus 3 now. Over it's Nico with the kit, and he's currently not inside the objective, unable to get rid of the bulletproof camera. However, Orion continuing to even the man count. 2 versus 2 now. Bit of teamwork onto the piano player, but instead they're pushing at separate times. Able to give Josh 2 1 versus 1s. Bought onto a sliver of HP either side now. Nico ever even lower with the impact grenade, and it's going to be the deagle from Josh to finish it off, who is also having a great game, almost about to get himself over the double digit threshold. Supernova get themselves the first defensive round. As to be expected. Get your first defensive round over the board, get your primary sight over the line. Of course, we'll see where they're going to be head for their second one. Going to be heading down to Bar Gaming. Proving now to be second most popular site, or first most popular site, tied up with Office Bedroom. No surprises there, really. And Glaz on the board as well for the first time this game. Otherwise, fairly standard operator lineup across the board. Valkyrie cameras were, of course, slightly problematic for 6 targets there, so I think it's a good adaptation for trying to bring on the IQ. That's likely where that one was being aimed at. You know, take this electronic scanner, find the Valkyrie cameras, black eye cameras, sorry. However, obviously, as you can see off the 6th pick, there isn't a Valkyrie being brought along this time, so not the kind of pick you'd probably be needing too much against this lineup anyway. Instead, you can see their total shift over from 6 targets of what they want to normally do. Something that we saw a lot yesterday. And it was mainly circular spheres, but Supernova were playing it as well. Quite a bit of mirror yesterday. Not something we've seen, I don't think, at all so far this game. It's not banned out, so still definitely in play. But we saw a lot of her being played yesterday, but not quite going to be the case this morning. we go. Start on the library. This round time, it's going to be Quixie, who compared to yesterday's, having a bit of a quieter game this morning. Quixie yesterday definitely putting in good numbers. Not quite finding the same success this morning. Unfortunately, you can hear someone going. There's going to be Zeph outside trying to take down this armor panel. Just cautious, not to get caught in the process of. Obviously, trying to clear these library players out is the first step. You need this vertical. You really do need this vertical to be able to successfully attack the far game inside. Here comes the logic bomb. Likely here's about to come a very large push coming through from the side of 6 targets, but you're going to have to watch all these different angles, and that can be the hard part sometimes. A lot of angles to be watching here. Then, there's actually going to start to fall off library. Ray, able to shut down Josh. But then it's going to be Quixie, able to drop Zeph, continuing to hold on to library. Upstairs, continuing to be a bit of a difficult, but a bit of a sore spot for the side of 6 targets. But when does that matter? When you can just send Ray into sight with the SMG-12. Continuing on a tear, and, well, triple for Ray. And now it's just Pinku left on his lonesome. Nico able, of course, to get one as well. It is just Pinku left on his own. The Kit is going down for the first time this game. Kit's finally down. Blocked out of the sight. Position known. Piano. We've seen a couple of 1v4s thus far. Can Pinku do the same? Shotgun, SMG-11 in hand. Going to spray through the fireplace wall. Not able to connect onto anything just yet. Tell is known onto 1 or 2. Able to make use of some of that, but 3 versus 1. Position known, very unlikely to win. That's exactly how it's going to play out. 6 targets going to be able to walk away the victor of that round. Continuing to keep things close. Here on chat. Oh, get a bit more coffee. Well, basement. Head down to basement. See what the basement site can get cooking. Valkyrie's coming back out. Clash is coming back out. And for the first time ever, it's like I summoned her. I mentioned last round, what have we not seen? Oh, that's the wrong button. Exposing, I wasn't even sure who that was there. I was scrolling. Whose rank? I'm exposing somebody's rank there. Oopsie doopsie. Sorry, someone's been exposed. Oh, that was a diamond rank in the corner of my eye, so I don't think that's too bad a week into the season. But we're seeing the Clash yet again. We're seeing the Valkyrie, and we're likely it's going to be on the upstairs hold. This likely through the floor here. Likely to be upstairs. Going to be probably holding dining, I reckon. It's going to be Quixie. Going to be going to do similar things to what happened before. Instead of bringing the Goyo, going to be bringing the mirror this time. I think it works to keep things fresh, and something else I didn't quite catch last round is going to be Pinku bringing up double digits now. And Ray chasing away with the kill count. 15 eliminations thus far this game. Having an absolute life game. First, this is the one thing that I was being interested about this basement objective. You can just kind of send boogie drones through the front door, and you can get a good little bit of vertical right off the bat of things like that. But before you're able to take advantage of that vertical and really sort of play it against the defenders, you're going to need to clear this player above. You're going to need to clear Quixie. But I think they've said screw the above, and 6 targets just going in and exploding onto the objective. Prime leading the charge, able to get one onto President. Zeph dropping Josh, and Diffusion's going down. But I think they're none the wiser to it. Kit is successfully down, and well, Zeph on a double kill. 40 seconds now left for the defenders to respond. Supernova unable really to just react to that push, and I mean it was a really good. You saw it out of the corner of my eye. Didn't quite catch it on the observation. Supernova. A lot of them were roaming. There was not a lot of presence on the site. 6 targets just saw that, took advantage of that, steamed him through the back door. Able to get the fuse down in wine, and well, I don't think Quixie's gonna even try peeking this one. Might get one for his troubles. Yep, able to drop Prime. What makes it 1 versus 3, but time is gone, and the round along with it. It's going to be 6 targets. Successful and pulling themselves on 5 rounds now. Well, we take a look towards everything, and so far, 6 targets just steaming ahead thus far. 2 rounds in a row. Interestingly enough, we've not had a single streak of more than 2 rounds yet, and I think Supernova, the last 2, they haven't been the closest, so I think now is a perfect time to call that tactical timeout. Have a pause, have a think. What is going wrong in these attacks? Or defenses, sorry. Where are Supernova? Where are you falling short? 6 targets, obviously, they're going to be able to have a bit of a chat, come up with some wacky attacking strategies, and really, it's been a lot of capitalising on advantages for the side of 6 targets so far. You saw there in the previous round, I said they just spotted the weakness and went for it, and it worked. A lot of plant-centric play, as you can see. The only 2 rounds where Kit has gone down in this entire match have been these last 2 rounds, and these have been the 2 rounds that 6 targets have walking away from victorious. So we'll see how things fare. Of course, this is obviously, this is the scary part of this series. It is a best of 1. Of course, do keep in mind, you lose this, it's not over. It's not quite over. You have one more chance, and you'll be playing against the loser of Antic X-Man versus Chiefs. Whoever loses that matchup, and I'm just going to check that one for you all now quickly. See if that one has indeed finished. No, that one is still underway. So that one has not been finished just yet. So do not worry, that one is still going. Unfortunately, we've got a community cast for that one. So I'll just update you with the results as and when I get fed them. Of course, you can access them on challenging mode yourself. Do exclamation mark bracket. Go see how team got here. Regardless, round 10 now. A few more rounds, and 6 targets. I think they were thinking of going fast, but decided to go off away from that last minute top floor. Going to be headed towards 4, our final. For our final? Not quite our final just yet.
New camera feed up and running.
Adding some protection from grenades.
Similar lineup to what we have seen so far from Supernova. So slightly more of a strategical change, I think, an operator one. That's likely what we're going to be seeing. And I definitely think it's a bit more of a, dare I say, I think a bit more, I wouldn't say subdued from Supernova. They're just not, I think, quite as extended these holes. They're not playing the library. Well, they forfeited that over quite, they forfeited library over quite quickly. You've only got 2 playing underneath. I think it's just trying not to let 6 targets charge into sight, as we've seen a few rounds thus far. That happened underneath on the C4. Do keep an eye on that one in the feed. Never know what quite happened. Well, here comes Ray charging in. Josh, does he want to take the engagement or not? Else, of course, this is the issue. There's a lot of angles being held here, but it's going to be Pinku able to confirm the kill onto Ray, and with it, Ryan's going to be falling back right outside. Piano, however, it's going to be Orion. Equalises it 4-4 now. Steaming in through Piano. Just misses the one behind the desk, however. Just at the right. Perfect moment. Pinku able to be behind the chair, be missed out. Pinku, he may be able to get away with something here. If he can just keep his position quiet, but no, he's going to opt to give it away. Shoots through, gives it away, and it's focused on this trade player now. Up here, it's going to be President. Likely, he's the next player that 6 targets really want to try and force out of his position. But focus, I think, so hard on trying to take President out. It's going to be Quixie able to get in and get a double kill for his troubles, as well as elsewhere. Now it's just leaving Crine left outside the building. Not able to win the one against Bappen, and Supernova going to be able to get themselves timeout converted. And well, we are now 5 apiece. Now 5 apiece, and I love these rounds. I'll say it before and I'll say it again. I love this kind of round of Siege. Why? Why, you may ask? Whoever wins this gets a chance at match point. Whoever wins this gets a 1 chance of regulation. If not, we're going to over. That is kind of the stakes we're playing at. And of course, in a best of 1, you know, 1 slip up. If you're on match point and you're staring your opponent down when they're on match point, 1 slip up you are done and dusted. Of course, luckily enough, this is the only, for the last couple of games, I'd say it does become sort of a double elimination bracket, technically for the last, sort of in regards to third place, just for this weekend, I believe. The next weekend as well, I believe that is obviously got to play for seeding purposes. This weekend, however, it does indeed mean that. And of course, if you win this weekend, I don't believe you will be playing next week. So.
Think of the magnet as your lucky charm.
So obviously, I think there'll be, there'll be a chance for more teams to be able to get themselves ahead of the line. I think I think it'd be expected to say I'd be very surprised if both of these teams did not make post qualifiers. Obviously, whoever doesn't qualify this weekend, obviously they may win the third place match, and even if they don't, I think they will win through. They'll definitely win through next weekend. They'll definitely be able to do enough next weekend to be able to get it over the line, get themselves through into those playoffs. They're both really impressive so far. So far, it's actually been a very entertaining game of Siege to watch thus far. So, oh, is Orion just? Yep, Orion's already in the building, steaming through. And Pinku's likely to be the first point of contact, steaming through. Here comes Orion. More and more pressure. Pinku's spraying out. Position's likely been given away now. Going to be cautious of the one that will be swinging from Piano side, but does he know? No, Orion does not. Ray also going to fall, and Supernova. Whatever was said in that tactical timeout seemed to really be working for them. Two rounds now where they've sort of been able to get the opening advantage, really get themselves a strong start. Sudi's round, 6 targets now, of course, going to have to play. And at C4 going to be lobbed, but not going to be successful. Caught in between two players. Ryan isn't long for this world. Quixie confirms the kill. Pinku gets a double for his trouble. Not quite able to get any more than that, and it's just going to be Zofia of Zeph left outside. Takes down an over-aggressive Pinku, but not able to take down Bappen, who yet again confirms the round. And now it's Supernova. It's really successful timeout from them. And they have been able to fix themselves on match point. And suddenly, when it was looking like 6 targets were very much in the driving seat, it's now totally flipped around. And now it seems like 2 very, very quick rounds later, it seems like Supernova are going to be the ones taking this. Don't think 6 targets are going to be opted to take that timeout. And instead, we're just going to be going straight into round 12. Of course, this round is over. We're either going to be waiting for the next match, or we're going to be heading straight into overtime. Quick update on the other match. If you don't want spoilers, please do cover. No, never mind. I'm looking at entirely the wrong match. That one is still not finished. Please ignore me. I was looking at a match from a little while ago. Refresh the page. It's at the same place. It moved the bracket backwards. I'm tired. That's all I've got to say on that matter. I mean, we're not going to do it yesterday. We're not going to end the stream early when there's still games to be played. Not doing that again. That ain't happening. Do promise. Huh? The other game is still got underway as well. Of course, Chiefs Antic expand.
Discovered the location of a bomb. 10 seconds remaining.
And likely by the length of it. Either there's a lot of tech pauses, or it's been a close game.
To go.
One or the other. And well, I don't think you truly ever know which one it is, whether it's tech pauses or a lot.
Reloading. Keep up position.
Let's see what I can find.
Click on the camera. Not going to be able to spot anyone. Just yet, and 6 targets. I mean, bringing out the Kali. That is definitely an interesting pick, I think, when you're staring down match point. But sometimes interesting works these situations. No wall denial on for the side of Supernova, so likely that external wall there is going to be getting opened up very quickly. Of course, Quixie playing this crucial position in dining really is going to need to be able to make this one work. It could be Rado, outside star player thus far. Not only his position known now, he's going to be tucked outside on the drones. And does he want to play his trophy player, or does he want to go elsewhere? No, instead going to be dropping down towards Boiler. Lightly making way his entry there. Krine is watching it from the vertical. Really nice angle from Cyril. Carly, those lance projectiles continuing to burn away those key barricades. So far, minute in, and no one's really been able to. No one's really gotten a frag thus far. But the roam presence of Supernova is still there. You still got Bappen, you still got Quixie upstairs, holding on. As time's ticking away, they're not really facing too much pressure yet. They could definitely be problematic later on this round if they are going unchecked by
Keeper deployed.
5-6 targets. Just holding on time, ticking away. 1 minute, minute 15, and just really want to focus on towards this. Of course, 6 targets were able to. Last time this site was played, they were able to make a rush directly in. And it was successful, but now 6 targets, they explode. Orion gets one on the Bappen up. There's Quixie. Just as we were talking about, that roam presence completely falls away. Minute left now. On the clock now. Here comes the setup for the execute. Looking to get this breach open. Looking to get the last little bits open. Orion holding the line. 5 versus 2 now. Nico's able to get one. Orion with another. And now it's just Josh. Left 1 versus 5. Make it a 1 versus 4. 1 versus 3. Being clutches so far this game. Make it a 1 versus 2. Josh on a triple. Holding on by the front door, but no. Not able to get Nico on the breach. And well, ladies and gentlemen, overtime's on the table. 6 apiece. This one has been close so far. Everyone firing on all cylinders. And well, dare I say it, it's been the game so far most worthy of an overtime. And that we are officially here in overtime. And also, I would like to take 5 seconds. Please cover your ears if you do not want this is proper. Actual spoilers this time. We're going to do this properly this time. Antic X-Man versus Chief CFC. Upset, and in a way, it's tragic no one was casting that one. Chiefs fell. Antic X-Man at 5-7. Chiefs will be playing in the 3rd place decider later today. So for the Chiefs, they're going to be playing the loser of this match. The Chiefs have fallen. That is a surprise. That is a very surprising result, that is. It'll be Antic X-Man playing in the grand finals. Of course, that will be the match we will be following after this. Obviously, the first seed will be going in. You win, I believe you win this week, you will be going in. Please, if I'm wrong. Lead seeding wise, you'll obviously be going in won the first qualifier. You're going in with the strongest seed, obviously, second Gaming Gladiators, who have directly qualified into the OCEANIA curve based off SI points. That is an unexpected result. I'd like to see how that one happened over there. But say that result happened over there. Now it's overtime. For these two teams, it's really been a really, really close game so far. Anyone really could take these next couple of rounds. Sides have been favoured 3 each. It's not really been favouring one side of the other. Of course, Supernova are on the defense. I think historically you'd probably play it too. But 6 targets attacked thus far have been really, really strong. I don't really think you can count either side out as we head on to overtime. Master Bedroom is going to be the site. We're up in the defend. Here comes the breach. The Meswell. See President falling off away from that. But Goose still holding close in sight, and there's a lot of players on 6 targets towards Mezzanine. A lot of presence that way.
Deploying code.
Here comes the logic bomb, and possibly here. Nothing going to be sprung off. I think a bit of intel trying to get it from. Surely they know about the one playing piano. Surely they know Josh is right there. Ray's not facing the right way. He's just let one slip right by him. He's able to get grind for his troubles. But he's got to deal with the Ash, and he's not going to be able to do that. Ray explodes inside. Double kill. Quixie trades it back. 3 versus 3 now. 3 players left holding. There's still this player underneath. Still Bappen playing from below. Not cleared out. 6 targets. They've got a minute. They've got time to deal with him. Are they going to opt to do so? Quixie takes the head off of Zeph. ACOG on the MP5. Or UMP45, sorry. Causing a load of damage. And now Nico and Orion left. 2 versus 3. 50 seconds left on the clock. Going to be attempting the plant, but Nico's going to need to hold on. Nico's going to need to be able to cover. It's slightly been heard. but it's going to be successful. Plant's gone down now. 2 versus 3. Pop up over the half wall. Orion's able to get 2 for his troubles. And, well, Bappen left 1 versus 2. What can you get cooking? You're able to drop Orion. Now it's just a 1 versus 1 between Bappen and Nico. Nico opting to hop outside, but look at this. A9. And door's still open. It's going to be diffusing. Is Bappen just going to stick it? He might just try. He may have gotten away with that if he'd stuck. May have, possibly. Next bit, it says decides to hop off the kit, but not able to turn around quickly enough. Bappen's going to fall, and it's going to be Nico to take it. 6 targets, push themselves up on to match point. That was close. That was really close. A game of razor-thin margins we have on our hands on Chalet. 7-6. I mean, what can you do? This is really attacking, of course. The stacks of 6 targets have been phenomenal so far. Definitely see if some magic can happen, of course. Have a look at the scoreboard. I mean, look at all those kills. We have 5 players. Half the lobby is on double digits in terms of kill. Nico almost about to cross that threshold as well. There has been a lot of shooting going on this game. One player, Zeph, Phantom Boogie Drone. Just leave that one for now. Top floor yet again going to be the site of preference for one of these teams, and oh, this one is so tight. And regardless, I think, of the outcome of the next couple, you have to give it to both these teams. Both these teams have played strongly, and whoever does fall will obviously be a very, very good opponent to go against the Chiefs in our 3rd place decider match. Spectate Ray. Okay, we'll watch Ray. We are definitely 4 minutes behind, but we're gonna let's watch what Ray does. 18 kills. Can he make it 20? I do apologize. My observing is like subpar at best, but I do like. I gotta do it. My observing is well, and I can't take Ryan much more, unfortunately. Man advantage does fall into the favour. C4's going to go. You're going to hear the rappel in. Not quite going to be able to connect. Almost able to get that from Orion. Okay, Supernova slowly making their way towards something. They've got the numbers advantage now. They can just sort of play it a bit easier. Boogie Drone. Burns the Syria gate. And not only that, it doesn't get destroyed when it goes through that. I did not realise that was an interaction. I mean, it makes sense, but I did not realise that was an interaction. Boogie Drone totally intact. You can pick them up once you deploy them. Obviously, it was in a bit of a safer position. I think you'd be able to. Oh. Players of 6 targets, though, holding on. Watching angles. The Boogie Drone's going to be going. A bit of a spray coming in from Quixie, but not going to be able to find him, Ray. Just continuing to hold his nerve. C4's going to get past. Not quite going to be able to connect. The ball's a bit short. A lot of pressure mounting up from the side of Supernova right now. Really wanting to do something. So this is a hold over the top down here. You can see players of Supernova. They're all towards the one side now. They have to try and make this mezzanine sided push work. They do have numbers of archers. They could just play the trade game so far. But Josh. Hopping towards the piano window. Nico. Right in. Here comes the hop in. Ryan's able to get one. Nico's able to get another, make it a 3rd, and it's just 2 more players left in by Piano. But Josh double for his own, not quite able to make it a triple, but Nico makes it a triple of his own. 2 versus 1 now. Pinku left 1 versus 2 for the game. Keep himself going. Needs to win this one. You don't want to be playing the 3rd place decider match. 15 seconds though. You have to make this push. Have to go for it. Player on either side. No one Piano. Just holding on. Going to just let them walk in sight. Let time do the dealing. and let Orion deal the finishing blow. It's going to be 6 targets, able to get themselves over the line, 8-6 in a game that was ever so tight, but just in the narrow dying seconds of that match, it's going to be 6 targets to push it over the line. GG's in chat. And well, what a game that was to start the game. There you are, folks. What a phenomenal way to kickstart things here for our second day of Open Qualifier number 1 in Oceanic League. We'll be back ever so shortly with the grand final, which will now be... It is now going to be 6 targets versus... No, yeah, 6 targets versus Antic X Man. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back with that game 15 minutes or so. Phenomenal match up there, and I'm quite excited to see how this one goes. Obviously, Antic X Man has just toppled the Chief, just toppled the team that made it out of Oceania to go to the Major. So, truly, anything can happen in the next match. But don't go there. We'll be back ever so shortly.
I know this propaganda. How do you do? Better get in my own medicine for you. Never gonna make them think I'll stand there.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Six Invitational 2025 Open Qualifiers for the last chance qualifiers, and welcome back to OCE. Before we do get things underway, obviously there's a bit of an elephant in the room as regards to teams and such. All we can say on that matter is there's been a change. That's that, unfortunately. There's no reason we can give out for it. I don't know the reason myself. Just doing what I'm told, so unfortunately just going to leave that at that, and we're just going to progress on with the game we've got on at the minute, which is obviously Antic X Man versus Supernova. Obviously very close game previously, so definitely two great teams. Obviously Antic X Man, they were able to take down the Chiefs, the team that made it to Montreal from OCE. So a really, really strong opponent. They were able to just take down 7-5, I believe the score was for that previous match. So it was certainly a close game like we had on our own side. Things, however, of course, could be in for another one. In terms of ban-wise, we're going to be seeing Montaigne banned out, a constant ban. Capital banned, though. First time in for everything. First time I've seen Capital banned in a little while. And a Kaid ban being taken down as well. Tuberal was, of course, banned in the previous match, and seems like he's going to be sticking through for this game. However, now, going to be heading on to Clubhouse, which is a map we haven't had a chance to cast yet this Open Qualifier. I'm sure it's been played plenty. Obviously, a bit of a, what I like to call a bread and butter map in this game at points. Bread and butter, everyone I think knows Clubhouse by now. It's obviously, I think, sort of taking the place of Oregon in the meta of the map. Everyone, most teams are really, really comfortable on. So, everyone knows the map quite well. I think we're in for what's hopefully going to be an absolutely great grand final that lives up to the match we just had. Supernova opting to start on the defense. Well, this preparation phase gets underway. Let's take a quick look towards the map vetoes for this one. So, map veto for this one was, the first map banned out was Border. That was banned out by Supernova, followed by Antic, banning Antic X Man, banning out Consulate, then a Skyscraper ban, Bank, Cafe, Lair, Chalet, decided between Nighthaven Labs and Clubhouse. Antic X Man opted to go towards Clubhouse, Supernova chose to start on the defense. Antic X Man will start overtime on defense. That is the stakes, that's what we're going on. Obviously, Antic X Man, I believe, obviously, is a roster composed of mainly players from Antic and Man LFO. I'm sure you'll know both those teams from the previous stage. New player, of course, is Spartan. She is, I'm just reading Jeff's Twitter. Jeff's away on holiday, I believe, in Japan, from what I was reading. So Spartan's decided to sub in, and from what I've sort of heard, doing a phenomenal job of it. And speaking of phenomenal job, Gars opens up the round with a phenomenal pick onto Josh, shutting him down. On the roam, all players now of Supernova left down towards the basement. Hamilton is the attack very quickly. 45 seconds in, they've basically got full control of this top floor. President able to make his way, slip his way back upstairs. He's managed to slip his way through main stairs all the way up towards the top floor. However, that's where Machine's able to get one. President takes down Hunter. Spartan. He's Spartan Machine gunning down this main corridor. Looking towards to see if there's any player. Waiting shut down President. Of course, President's been able to get away onto the top floor now. And this is the issue. You're going to need to shut down this drone player before you can focus on the objective. However, plenty of time for Antic X-Man to do so. Still a minute 40 left on the clock. Instead, players just seem to be going down towards space. It's going to be Pluto coming down blue here. Looking. Down towards.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Just going to wait on the main stairs for now. Barton's able to get one. Scars falls in the process. That's the roam clear. Finally done for the side of Antic X-Man. 3 versus 2. They have the numbers advantage going into the execute this round. Minute left. Fox's first Fox Babe is going to be sent out. And now it comes a case of the hatches are opened, and I think it's just a case of now really coming down. So, of course, you won't be able to protect these hatches too well. Kaid being taken off the board in the operator bands. Not going to be able to really do anything about that. Yeah, Spartan, she's on the drone. Sneaking it through left, right, trying to hunt down these remaining defenders. And it seems like Pinku going to be the first one to engage. Bappin's made his way holding on. Pinku? Here's the sound of a player. It's going to likely be Machine to take its initial gunfight, take its initial swing. C4's going to get ripped and tossed. Not going to be able to test, but it's a wall bang from Pinku. Level things out at 2-2. Bappin, of course, holding the long angle from dirt. It's going to be Pluto to get the kill. Able to get one. And Spartan swing, no, she's going to go for the plant. It's left Pluto to hold on a sliver of HP. Toxic Babe's going to go, and Pluto can't get a whiff of that because that will take him out of this lobby. And it's going to be Pluto take Bappin out of the lobby. It's going to be a round on the board for the side of Man X Antic. Or Antic X Man. We're definitely going to accidentally alternate between those quite a few times in this matchup. So I do apologise in advance. Is it Antic X Man? Is it Man X Antic? Mantic? Antan? I don't know. Antic X Man. Either way, they've gotten the first round on the board here. And obviously this is all now for seeding purposes. Obviously both these teams have qualified through to the Oceanic playoffs. That will be held in a few weeks. So both of these teams we won't be seeing either of these teams next week. I don't believe they will not be playing. They will instead be focusing on getting themselves prepared for going up against the giants of the region, Gaming Gladiators, Chiefs, who have also now qualified through. And Community. Yeah, Coma. Obviously, I know, 4 minutes time. But yeah, lover for the game. Started this, just literally set my alarm for 5 o'clock this morning. Got up, had a coffee, had breakfast, and awesome. Here for the love of it. Here for the love of OCE. I gotta be honest, I love this region. I haven't said it, I don't think I've actually said today. OCE is like a great region, and if it wasn't obvious, I'm Australian, British, Thai, UK. It is like 8 AM here now, just gone. So nice and early. But we've been treated to one phenomenal game of Siege today, and hopefully we can get a second one of it. Fingers crossed in that first round. It did come down a little bit to the wire, a little bit close for comfort. So hopefully we can get another one just like it. Second floor bomb site can be chosen. It's going to be the bedroom gym bomb site. Opted to be taken. Mirror, of course, on the board. So here comes Switch Drone. Nice little bit of teamwork there from Scars, getting the drone, being able to support the drone getting in. And there you go. Mirror window be gone. Unfortunately, President caught on the camera is not able to deal with it in time. Shock drone gets sent right in, gets taken down. And what's this? I think it's down in the basement. I don't know if they know. Do we have any claymores? No, we don't. This could be dangerous. Pluto doesn't turn around, doesn't hear the player below. Pinku could do some bits here, but instead going to opt to run away. And you'd say, still on in that basement for a bit longer. Josh let up for a DMR from Hunter outside the window, not going to be able to. Continuing to do work on that DMR. Two players of Supernova, quite low health now from that DMR, and well, made that stat goes down to one. One of them finally falling down. Side of Antic X-Man have been able to make their way into CCTV now. And it's really Bappin holding the fort down here, dancing around this DMR, and he's going to fall to it. Down but not out, but likely the intel's going to be communicated to the teammates. And there comes Scars to confirm the kill. Antic X-Man taking a strong advantage here in round number 2. Players of Supernova left hold on. Still got one of the mirror windows up on the board here from Logi. definitely make a playoff of that. So you have to be cautious of this bathroom breach. There is a player still outside. It's going to be Spartan. He's just taking a watch of it. Deciding how they want to approach this last 40-odd seconds of the round for Antic man. Smoke grenade is going to be going in just to see, I think, if anyone will want to swing. But obviously, no one from Supernova is going to be given anything. C4 is going to get ripped and tossed, but no. No cigar there. Still got one in pocket on the side of Quixie, and he may need something more than that in a minute. But it's a beautiful C4 from Pinku below. Triple kill, and suddenly Supernova, they're back in the round. 2 versus 2 now. They're going to have to storm in and get the kills. Just Machine now. Quad kill for Pinku. Can he make it an ace? We will see. No, it's going to be Quixie to confirm it, but Supernova, what an explosion into the round when all of it was looking below and dire. And that C4, I honestly thought it was spent. I honestly thought it'd been used earlier in the round, but no, it hadn't. It was just waiting for the perfect moment for all the members of Antic to line up. And suddenly, what an explosion onto the round. We're just going to be waiting here quickly 2 seconds to see if he can reconnect into the lobby, as you'll see. What an explosive round there. And well, again, of course, Pinku absolutely saving Supernova from the depths of hell there. Doing a phenomenal job. No, we're just going to wait to see if he can reconnect. If not, might have to pop to a quick rehost. Obviously, do apologise for all of the delays today. Obviously, unfortunately, it is very much out of our control. Can't really do much about it. These things do happen sometimes. The main thing is we're here and we're going to have some great games. Hopefully, we're going to have some really, really good games. The Siege Gods have been nice to us so far, or at least in my case. Not had to deal with too many rehosts and such so far. So fingers crossed, this will be done and dealt with very, very shortly. Shortly? Oh God, too early in the morning. It's ever so slightly too early for this stuff, but hey, at the end of the day, like I say, it's a region I love watching. Obviously, as fresh as subscribed before, pre-drinks to EU League. Nothing beats getting up on a Monday morning. You know, OCE, by the time I'm up on a Monday morning, OCE is always well and truly game or two in. I've loved watching this region for the last couple of years now, and it's really nice to be able to give something back, I suppose, to it in a way. It's nice to be able to sort of just, play my little part in it, and obviously, hopefully, give some of these teams, the spotlight, obviously, in these last chance qualifiers. Obviously, I know there is Asia qualifiers. I believe they have started now. I believe that is going to be on Ruo Ling's channel. I believe they are casting in Mandarin, I believe. So, yeah, there's definitely a lot going on. Obviously, I'll only be casting this ice match once this match is done for the weekend. There we are. We have the ready mark. We are good to go back into it, folks. Thank you very much for bearing with us for the last couple of minutes. Much appreciated. And also, I'm sorry, I know it's hard having a conversation with a 4-minute delay. However, I am towards the east, so it's not too bad over here. It's windy. You probably can't hear it, but it is, other than being a bit windy, we're not too bad over here towards sort of southeast. So we're doing all right. Time being, but I do appreciate all the kind words and compliments. So it means it's nice to be able to be here, being able to put towards something, and obviously I'm going to ramble and repeat myself now. I know what it'll be like, but
Stay clear of the blast zone.
10 seconds to insertion.
it's enjoyable. It's fun to be able to watch this and be able to sort of
5 seconds to go.
lend hopefully a bit of an insight, and obviously, I know from personally it's a lot more entertaining to have a cast going than just watching the score table go from the channel. So it's amazing this opportunity in the first place for this kind of thing to happen, for us to be able to community cast these things. Obviously massive props to Blast for setting all this up and allowing, so many community casters, because I wasn't doing this 7-8 months ago. I was doing this, and now qualifiers for open qualifiers for invitational, like madness. But enough rambling about, how awesome stuff this is. we are going to let's get back to the game on hand. And speaking of, you see in the background there, Antic X-Man have been able to get Clash CC wall open. CC wall right and open. Good start. 45 seconds into the round. No one's died just yet. For the most part, all the players of Supernova are playing very, very close sight. Not really too deep of a presence across the map there. Using those keeper barricades and bye-bye camera. I believe that is the reaction to everyone's phenomenal little C4. Nice to know. But anyway, getting slightly sidetracked here. Back onto the game. Oh, obviously now halfway through the round, it's a bit of a slower one compared to tempo, compared to what we used to see. Normally we have very aggressive games, and we've been treated some really aggressive, spectacular plays so far. So I like this from Scars underneath, playing the Deimos. I like to use those death marks. Yellow ping's going out, and any second now, you see that 44 Vendetta spray through the floor, and hopefully, if you're an Antic X-Man fan, rip it up. Ooh. Fan to the above cam here. It's going to be Josh getting a pick on towards Pluto. Mute getting targeted by Deimos, but it's instead going to be Spartan. She's going to confirm the kill. On to happen to Josh. Has made his way downstairs. Likely to go and try and contest this Deimos. However, Scars is aware that there might be someone downstairs. The question is, I don't think he knows exactly where Josh has gotten himself to. Flashing Gang's going to be going. Josh hopping in, stock position is likely to be given away. Not aware of Scars' position. Scars going to confirm the kill, keep the number advantage in the favour of Man and LFO. But just as I say that, Quicksee's going to get one onto Machine. However, Real stuck in a rock and a hard place now. Death Mark tracker position known, but Spartan continuing to do work for Antic X-Man, but unfortunately going to be taken down. Hunter though, ready to do the trade, and that's just President left 1 versus 2. 15 seconds on the clock though. The attackers have to move quickly here. All President needs to do is hide. Maverick's quite far away. Maverick's able to get the kit down in sight. There you go. Cover's going to be going. President just needs... Going to go and try and swing the diffuser, but unfortunately Scars is too good on the watch. And well, it's going to be a round going in towards the favour of Antic X-Man. And well, they're taking the lead once again. Of course, you know, do have to highlight. Obviously, sometimes it can be a bit hard after a small little tech pause to come into things. It can be a bit difficult to slightly recover from that. Obviously, you know, pausing the game, pausing the momentum. Obviously, sometimes these, you know, you can always have a couple of seconds break, especially if you feel like you're finding your momentum, finding yourself a little bit. It'd be a bit hard to come back and have a couple minutes pause and come back into it. You know, there's obviously a very big mental side to these kind of things, and obviously it doesn't show on paper at all. Doesn't show on paper, doesn't show in the games. I'm unfortunately not a mind reader. As much as that would be really, really cool and probably would make me a lot of money, I'm not a mind reader. I don't know what's going through these players' heads. Sometimes they like to have a slow down after a pause. Some players don't. So obviously it was only a couple of minutes, but the gap in between the games was also quite long. And obviously both games obviously fairly close to each other, sort of only 2 rounds between the victor and the loser in the previous matches. Both these teams really, obviously one in regulation, one in overtime. So they were quite close games. So obviously these teams have been, and to be fair, those were probably what I'd argue were the important games, only on account of those were the map games, the qualification games. You have qualified. You are, even if you lose this, you are safe. You've made it to the next stage. Pat yourself on the back. You've done a great job. However, obviously there's a bit more to do here. Obviously favourable seeding will obviously give you some nice little advantage going into playoffs. Obviously you don't want too low of a seed because then you'll end up being Chiefs. You know, obviously you've got some really scary teams in playoffs. Chiefs, Gaming Gladiators. So if you can get a nice favourable seed in, you can avoid them for a little while. Probably be quite nice. Button. Almost getting down by a C4, but not quite going to be enough. I do apologise for the quick freak, and the trigger on my controller is a bit busted. But again, yet another slow one. Really not too much roam presence coming in from Supernova. All opting to go and stick towards sight in this instance, really. Not trying anything too crazy. Which is a bit contrary to what we saw from the last game, where things were quite aggressive. excuse me, but not seeing the same at all on this on Clubhouse. Instead, playing a bit more of a slower, a bit more of a strategical game of Siege, which, you know, one can appreciate. Of course, as you can see here, working the top floor, kitchen hatch is open, the bar hatch, not logic, or stock hatch, sorry, just got nice and opened up. Obviously, here you can see the Buck doing a nice bit of work on towards vertical.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
See, head down. Gonna catch anyone moving in the corridor, but again,
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
that's going to get opened up as well, just providing more and more options for Antic Man, and more importantly, more angles for Supernova to watch, more a surface area for them to spread their force, spread their gaze over, and obviously that can be a massive issue. I think when you go into late round, if you can open up a bunch of areas and spread out Supernova, get them watching a bunch of angles, and you just focus it all on one. If Supernova don't read it before it's happening, there can be this panic of relocation, this panic of, oh crap, they're coming from this angle, and we're all over the place. There's only like 2 people watching this angle. Will that be the case? We'll have to obviously wait and see. 40 seconds left on the clock, so still decent amount of time to work with. I think really what Antic Man here are looking for is a bit of an opening into this round. They're looking to find a 1. They're looking to find a kill. And speaking of, well, Scar's the only player from the offensive team currently in the basement. You know, just to say that, here comes Pluto, teaming down the basement. Just cautious, obviously, of... This could be a really difficult position here. Pluto's going to come in and get one onto Tinku. And there's another one onto Josh. Falling apart now. The side of Supernova. It's just Bappen and President left. Make it just Bappen. Left alone in 1 versus 5.
Attackers are activating the diffuser.
Going to have to try and do something, but it's not going to be anything at all. Hunter secures it out, and that's going to be Antic Man getting themselves a flawless round. Round 4, taking the lead 3-1. 3-1 here on the Clubhouse offense, which I'm pretty sure if I flash back to Oceanic League, I definitely really have these stats to hand. But, you know, professional caster, we do this thing professionally. No, that's a lie. Still new to do this. We flash back to Oceanic League Stage 2, so I'm just using that as a benchmark because it is obviously the most...
Protect your bombs from being
It's the most
defused by
recent
attackers.
play within this region, obviously within region play. It's the most recent set of matches. If you take a look at how it works, Clubhouse was by far our labs actually. It was 3rd most popular map played in terms of round numbers. Round numbers was played, and I believe it was actually 7 times. It was actually the 3rd most popular map
Loading full magazine.
overall, Clubhouse, and it was 58% defender favoured. So the fact that Antic Man are 3-1 up on the attack is a very, very good sign if you're a fan
Located a bomb.
of this roster. And for the first time, obviously we saw it banned earlier this morning. Now, of course, we're here for the 2nd time.
Attackers' objective is to defuse a
It's
bomb.
going to be Machine on the lovely new reworked Blackbeard. Obviously, if you've not seen this yet, I'm sure most of you, in EU at least, watching at this time of day have, and anyone watching most probably has seen him already. How he works, he has this lovely hull shield on his back here. That Machine's very kindly putting away for us, lightly crouching to try and mask the sound of it, if I had to guess. Making it nice and slow. Okay, what the Blackbeard can do is you can pull that hull shield, you can use a rifle with it. Pull that rifle shield down, there you go, you can watch over it. Really great for watching angles. Phenomenal operator. And I definitely think it's going to be quite useful in the current meta. You know, obviously with shields being nerfed slightly, but I think a more aggressive take on a shield definitely can prove fruitful. Supernova is mostly very similar to what we saw before. Of course, you do want to keep an eye on these C4s. You can see you got 3 of them. Obviously a slight change to the overlay on the bottom of the screen is it doesn't show us when a C4 is primed. It will only show you that at the top now. So obviously, lesson learned for my case, and obviously possibly everyone else's. Keep an eye on that at the top. Obviously, if it goes white, little dots at the top. There you go. You can see it's out. And once it's X'd, it's been detonated. But speaking of detonated, too busy looking at C4s. Excuse me, Bappen. Excuse me. 180 headshot onto the Blackbeard. That teaches me to try and look pretty much into this utility. Supernova get themselves a 2nd round of the board. Absolutely explosive from Bappen there. Quite a few kills in quick succession, obviously on the back of the rest of the team as well. I think they just sort of... Obviously, Antic tried to push it in through bathroom, and it just
From being defused by
obviously
attackers.
didn't particularly work out for them. So, flawless round back in the other favour now. Final round, defensive half. We're going to be heading up to Cash CCTV. And second time this site's been played, of course, bar game. Don't really see too much place. It'll likely be these 3 sites we've seen quite a few times now. That'll be played quite heavily. Through the objective. Have a look through it. Setup. There you are. Obviously, the one thing we've seen from Supernova as a bit of a contrary to sort of previous games is we haven't really seen that heavy roam presence. I know we're used to seeing, I think, from them so far this qualifier, so far today especially. So, it's obviously mixed effect, I'd say. Obviously, only 2 rounds in their favour thus far of the defense. I think Antic man, they'd be happy to walk away with 3. But saying that, we saw some really, really strong attacks from Supernova back on Chalet just a few minutes ago. So there's no reason to doubt why I don't think this one could also be going all the way towards overtime. Well, as standard, here comes the Maverick, going to be making his way onto the CC wall, going to be getting it open. Hunter watching the angle machine. A bit of chip damage outside of the bathroom. Nothing too much to worry about just yet. Going to get a bit lucky, but not going to quite be able to make it successful. There goes the Ash charge, most likely. CC wall will be open ever so shortly. It's now soft, you can see from the Maverick. Taking it open. Exothermic's gone. And here come the player Spartan. She's worked her way into master bedroom, but taken immediately out by Bappen. By SPG-11, I think Bappen is the fullback from Master, going to head his way just try and get away with his life and takes them down with him, which is what he's exactly able to do. Takes down Hunt. The machine does get the trade. Obviously, the only thing with SPG-11, you cannot really fire upon too many opponents at once. Such a small mag size in that thing. You spray down one opponent, that's all 17 of those bullets gone, done and dusted. You need to get a pause to reload, which can be quite hard to do when teams are playing the trade. Holding it now, of course. Bit of a pause out, minute 20 left on the clock. I think was it Antic looking to recover. Obviously, they don't have man advantage. They're going to need to try and get themselves something. That's exactly what Pluto's doing here on the rappel. Close to CCTV, but I just don't. Very surprised if Supernova give them anything. Bandit trick on towards construction wall here, and he's going to have to pull back from it. However, immediately after the grenade goes, going to be right back down there. Quixie's a masterful bandit play thus far. Still struggling with the bum. Here you go, second time. The C4's going to go, not quite going to be successful. Grenades continuing to try and get this wall open. Of course, this is, I'd say this is quite crucial at this point here. Quixie going to have to fall, but instead falls straight into Pluto. Just thought he was going to fall back, but no, running straight into Pluto. But speaking of falling, Machine down. Now count here, Pinku. Left hold onto Cash side is able to do so successfully. It's just going to be Scars. Josh able to clean up from rafters. One up top, one down below, and just like that, Supernova keep things tied up. 3-3 half yet again, as we saw in the previous map. Things are kept tight, and obviously, to reiterate, it's the best of 1 here. Obviously, you can see in the top right, Clubhouse is our only map of choice. Or our map of choice. It's the only map we're going to be playing today. So obviously, quick look at the scoreboard, as I like to do, sort of through the half, sort of get a bit of an indicator as to who's, you know, just put nothing, not quite, not having double digits like we saw in the previous map just yet. But then this obviously means, as you can see, it's very much more evenly spread performance, I'd say, across teams for the most part. This is obviously very nice even spread of everyone sort of performing. Everyone's pulling away. Everyone's putting on. Everyone wants this top seed, most important. At the end of the day, that's what you're here fighting for now at this point of the open qualifiers. Shields coming into play, obviously bar the Blackbeard, which didn't work out previously. Shields now going to be coming out for
10 seconds to insertion.
aside of Supernova. We saw them play tease us a little bit with them in the previous map. See obviously how they fare with them again.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Well, let's get ourselves underway with first round of our second half here. What well could be the last half of our day. Here comes the blitz straight off the bat. Again, not really having any roam either of these teams. They're playing we're playing quite conservatively, all things considered. Just not trying anything too madly outrageous with the defense. You know, it's typically how Clubhouse plays anyway. Like, don't get me wrong. Very, very rarely do you see someone like totally on the opposite side of the map on Clubhouse. Always, like, I'm used to seeing a lot, especially in like these sort of, you know, qualifier games I've played your cast thus far. Re-ripped T4 from Scars there. Obviously, keep an eye on that one as the game does go on. Black Eye cameras are littered all over the place, as you can see, through the defenders flicking through. And obviously, on top of that,
Attackers have located a bomb.
there's this beauty of not having an IQ on the board of Supernova, so they're not going to be able to spot them unless they see them.
Attackers
Kitchen
have
hatch
dropped the bomb
going to be getting opened up now. There it goes. Kitchen hatch is open. Our hatch is very likely next. And stock hatch, you heard there, the Ash voice line.
Attackers have recovered the bomb.
Stock hatch is wide open. Good progress on the attack so far. Poor Antic X-Man making decent progress of things. So obviously now we get to the staging round where I think very similar to what we saw a few rounds ago, they're just going to be looking for an opening pick. They just want to get an opening into this round. They just want to get themselves an advantage going towards the end of the round. That's exactly what they're going to find. Scars is going to fall. And obviously a crucial one with that earlier, as I mentioned a minute ago, and as we were saying, it's that C4 underneath. That's now gone, and that's problematic. You can hear the suppression mechanic going there onto the blitz, but with Pinku on the back line, Quixie and Pinku storming through dirt, and suddenly, well, Supernova are looking quite good for this round. It's going to be a C4, but it's not going to be able to be pulled off. Quixie's able to confirm the kill with blitz, and it's poor old Spartan left on her lonesome, and it's a flawless round for Supernova to start off their attacking half. And that's the third flawless round we've had so far. Just a interesting little stat line there for you all. Third flawless round we've had so far, and well, Supernova, they've been able to string together 3 rounds in a row. Obviously, if you're an Antic X-Man fan, it's a slightly, I wouldn't say concerning, just the, obviously that is their primary, well, this is Antic X-Man's primary bomb site choice previously.
Attackers need to
Obviously,
locate
really
and defuse
didn't go to
the
plan,
bomb
so going to be
if
trying
they
something a
can.
little bit different this time. Going to be opting to go towards Gym Bedroom instead. Just to really see if they can get anything too much. Anything too cooking. We'll see. We'll see how things fare, of course. For the first time, I believe, this match. Yeah, for the first time this matchup, Supernova have now properly taken the lead over. Or did that technically prior,
Attackers have discovered the location of a
No.
bomb.
Yeah, first time this map. I know how to read the timeline. First time this
10
map,
seconds
Supernova
left
have been able to
before
take
insertion.
themselves the lead on Clubhouse of the Antic X-Man
5
in a
seconds
driving seat round count-wise for most of that first half. But it was a flip now.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Then very quickly becoming quite another really, really close game. I've seen overtime of this. I got to be honest. So far, very entertaining. Well, in a bit more of an extended presence across the top floor this time from the side. But here comes Quixie straight into sight, unable to get one. Almost takes Hunter down, but no, not quite. Almost there, not quite, however. And that's going to be a loss for the side of Supernova early on. Very early on into this round. Just keeping an eye out for anyone looking to get a bit cheeky. I mean, the thing is that's Hunter right by the window. You've got to be careful playing that position. You are low. Very, very low there. Anything really will take him out. Really, really low here will take him out this one. There we are. Work on the bathroom wall's going to be getting open, but it is going to be a mirror window. You're going to be staring down in that process. There's going to be scars on that side. It's going to have to be a bit of a difficulty to get that one. And this is where I think the issue of losing the Twitch so early on comes. Not able to use those shock throws to get rid of those mirrors. Probably the primary reason why she's being brought. And unfortunately, you're going to have to use the Ash instead. You will be able to obviously use. But what's this? Someone's gotten very aggressive. Scars is now playing on the opposite side of the mirror window. Drone is definitely going to give away that position. Oh no, the Ash charge missed. Mirror window's still standing. Obviously, there is another one in pocket. But that one falls short as well. Oh no, Bappen. Both Ash 3-2 rounds have missed the mirror window. And Scars, he can just stay standing in his position. Doesn't have to do anything. Still got a C4 in back pocket. And oh no. You can use these Rotero drones to temporarily try and force him out of position.
Loading
But
full magazine.
when he sees them coming, which he can through the mirror window, he's just going to continue to shoot at them. And there's not really much utility left on the side of Supernova to really clear this out. This is going to be massively problematic for them latest round. You just don't have to get aggressive and swing at Scars. No. Just hold that position. Of course, you've got Hunter to hold on to it and still going to keep the advantage. Hunter instead going to play on the position, but it's a double for Bap and just keep walking into him, peeking out. 45 seconds now, and suddenly the round's flipped around. It's now Antic man in the back seat. Kit's going to be going down. Pluto. Able to get back in the Logi, but position is known. Kit's gone down, and it's going to be Machine to attempt to take it back on the site, but not going to be successful. 1 versus 3. Position of Pluto is known, and well, this one seems like a done deal, and yes, it is going to be President to close it out, and Supernova going to be taking a 4th consecutive round. And that one was slightly concerning there, I think, with all of that sort of let's call it faff. Let's all call it a bit of a dance around the mirror window. We'll call it, you know, a bit of a dance. We'll dance around the mirror window towards the back there. I don't know if that was quite the best play we've seen all morning, but okay. Supernova were able to get it over the line anyway, so it all things considered, that blunder didn't really matter. Didn't really matter all towards the end. Of course, you can see there, all part of the strategy. Leaving the mirror window up towards peak, all part of the strategy. You know, all part of the game plan. Obviously, you know, nothing happens in this game accidentally. You don't accidentally leave the mirror window hidden, of course. No disrespect to any of these players. They are all playing great. Mild mishap. That does happen from time to time.
5 seconds remaining.
The mirror window could be staying on the board. Keeping the mirror window up. Spartans will be opting to hop onto it this time. Instead of a bandit opting likely to try and mirror trick. Mirror trick this logical. Of course, someone from underneath can play vertical. They can't just spawn peek someone with the SPP-11. Excuse me. Let's let Pinku get in the building first. Pinku's hit double digits. He's currently the top fragger for Supernova. And he's just been sent back to drone watching duty for the rest of the round now. Oh. Trade there. Bottom of garage. Machine. Low HP. Having to pull back off the back of it. There. Still. Antic man will still be in the advantage for this one. So he can get the spawn peak, bring one with him. Right? There we go. Continue him through. Right now, minute 50. Minute 50 left on the dot for this round. See how things compare. The Eradicator, of course, the attack I think Supernova stalled a bit. Obviously, you've lost the Grim, you've lost the Zofia. Obviously, that's vertical for underneath. Clearing for anyone trying to play close to Logi. Not Logi. Sorry, not mine about the server wall. CCTV wall. It's obviously vertical for anyone trying to clear that. And obviously, you've also lost the Grim Execute utility. Now you've lost Ash and Star Fragger on the side of Antic. On the side of Supernova as well. So obviously now sort of slowing down. B4's going to go out. Not going to be too successful. Minute left now for the two last attackers, Supernova, to get inside the building. I think they're going to just have to decide what angle they're going to want to take this from. It seems like we're going to be heading towards Logi. That's going to be his side. First stop, though, is construction wall. Still got a second one of those exothermic pockets, but he's going to be able to use it for something else regardless. Going to be getting construction wall open, obviously. We'll see, he's going to move in construction here, but obviously players of Antic, man, they're going to have heard this one coming. They're going to know exactly where Supernova's coming in for this one. All we need to do is sit behind the mirror window and wait for the attackers to come in. Time is slowly ticking away. 25 seconds. They're going to have to make a move, and obviously, the only issue when you're making a push one-sided like this is you're going to be walking into 4 guns trained at you, and you're going to have to win a good number of these gunfights if you're going to want to be successful. Machine going to win one onto quick C. Pluto's going to fall, but Scars is going to close it out, and Antic man break the chain, get 4 rounds in a row. And there we are. Well, players, guys, we like players. The players here. We like players. We like. Be nice. We like players. Finally, the chain
Attackers
is
need to locate
broken.
and defuse bombs.
Activating.
Reload. Jammer ready.
Antic man able to finally crack the code, get around on the board. Third defense proves successful, and obviously now to head back down to basement. They're going to be giving it another go.
Swapping mags.
Going to be giving it another shot just to see. They can complete switch up on the side of Supernova. Slightly, or just want to change their strategy slightly, or try and pass the buck around a little bit. Quickly going to be giving the back over towards happened.
5 seconds to insertion.
I'm gonna go with it. 45 though, things are tightening up. Things are quite close still. And really, I don't think you can still put a victor on this game. Here comes Super. Here comes the Blitz. And this is going to be a very early push. That poor old Warden, poor old Pluto, not long for this world. Straight down through Blue, straight into Trench. And well, President continuing to provide good support for his teammate. Look at that. Supernova in the objective. Kit's going down. It's going to be a rush strategy that seems to be working really, really well. No one from the side of Antic Man able to get themselves on the border. Flawless for Supernova. Straight into sight, straight down on the plant, and straight themselves into a victory. You can break their winning streak on Antic Man, but Supernova will get right back into the driving seat of this one. Plant down a flawless round. And Supernova, they're going to find themselves on match and series point. Bedroom Gym. Now, you're going to need 2 consecutive rounds if you are Antic Man here. You're going to need 2 consecutive rounds to be able to get this into overtime and give it another shot. Of course, Antic Man are the ones with defense in overtime. So far, you look at that scoreboard. Supernova have really been put together, but they've definitely impressed so far. Obviously, Antic Man, haven't had the pleasure of casting them myself, and they have been get plus star in the qualifiers. But obviously, they've taken down Chiefs to get here. You wouldn't have needed to watch that game to know what kind of statement and what kind of caliber this team are playing. And they've taken down Chiefs. They've taken down the team that made the major. Out of those,
10 seconds left before insertion.
I think it's obviously it's obvious to say they're a good team.
5 seconds to
As I say,
insertion.
you know, I look forward to seeing both teams play
Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb.
in the Oceanic playoffs in a couple of weeks. You quite look forward to it. Obviously, to decide who's going to be playing in the playoffs in what seed, more importantly. Obviously, that's what the match is all about. Let's see how this one's going to end, or whether we've still got some more rounds in it. Head round 11 now. 2 in a row required for Antic Man to keep themselves in this one and get it into overtime. Bedroom Gym's site of choice, and well, Antic Man, they're all towards the top floor. We've still got this presence sort of towards the east side of the map. Down towards Red Bush. Got Pluto over there, as well as you've got Machine looking to hold on, looking to try and just slow down the attack. Need to win some opening engagements here. That seems what Supernova have been doing really well. So they've been getting these opening engagements and been winning them for the most part. And that's obviously really helping you sort of win an opening engagement. Well, that's exactly what's going to be going the other way this time. Scar's going to be getting a pick, taking Quixie out the lobby. No more shield, which is a really, really great pick for Antic Man. And got on your 1. Fortunately, it's going to be traded back 4 versus 4 now. But members of Supernova, they're continuing to fall. Double kill for Hunter. Calling them bots in chat.
Loading mag.
No ammo.
Of course. Nice bit of friendly rivalry between the two teams. Always love to see it. And it's just President and Josh left. See if they can clutch up 4 versus 2. Antic Man looking like they should have this round in the bag already. However, we've seen rounds turned around before by Supernova, Monumental C4, round 2 notably. So, no C4s in pockets, no explosives. I mean, I doubt you'll kill 3 of them with an exothermic charge. If that did happen, I'm not sure what would happen. What would happen in the lobby or over here. So, you're going to have to rely on gun skill to try and get this one over the line. 45 seconds to do so. Players of Antic X-Man, they're not giving away anything. They're just going to sit still. As you can see, mirror window still up, but no longer up. Is President or Scars dropped, immediately traded back, and it's going to be Machine to close it out. And Antic X-Man take a round and push us 1 round away from overtime. This is the important one. Obviously, Antic X-Man's staring down a second overtime of the day. Supernova, they've been to overtime once already today. Antic X-Man, they've not had to go to overtime so far. And a cache CCTV will decide the fate of these two teams, whether we'll be playing a little bit more Siege or whether it will all be done and dusted in the next 4 minutes.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Only one way to find out how that's going to happen. That's, of course, getting the final round. Round 12. End point of regulation. Nothing crazy on the operator lineup. Sort of seen nothing too crazy all game. Of course, a few very effective rushes from Supernova. I suppose, grown characteristic of them. Going to be trying this mirror trick again. A Spartan going to be giving it another go. See whether she can have success from it on this time around. But a few players extended out to bathroom, and
Left before insertion.
nothing looks too far out of the ordinary for
5 seconds
the
to
clubhouse. Clubhouse defense, and nothing looks too ordinary out of the attack on either.
Attackers are moving out
Operator
to locate
lineup.
bombs.
This time opting to bring the Ace instead of the Maverick, the hard breach. Typically so far in its objective, both teams have really opted to sort of bring that Maverick. Obviously this time round, going to be changing up, bringing the Ace lightly because it's going to be very hard to Maverick when you have that mirror window watching the external wall there. So you're going to need to change things up a little bit, bring the Ace onto the board.
Attackers have located
Minutes
bombs.
30. Entry into garage has started. Breach charges are well and truly underway. It's happen down there. They're getting everything nice and open. Josh not playing too far. Spotted first. EE1D scan is going to be going out. Just going to be Hunter who's being spotted. Watching down the bottom of red stairs. Going down there. Do you think he missed? Garage seems to be the focus. This is the starting point for Supernova's attack. They're trying to really get this garage. You have Machine on rafters. Going to be playing behind these beautiful barricades. They've now been destroyed. Cowan Hive's going to be giving away his position, so Machine's got a choice. He's going to try and hold on to it, or he can fall back. Toxic Babes are going to be keeping him there, but the issue is a frag grenade, and well, you're going to have to move at some point. Taken down by Josh. Elsewhere, though, Pluto is able to get a double kill for himself here. Causing problems down here by Stock. Make it a triple kill for Pluto.
Changing mag.
Holding on for dear life. Needs the support of his teammates down below, and it's going to be Scars to do exactly that. Flank up from the basement, and just one last player left in garage. And ladies and gentlemen, it seems like overtime is inevitable. Just like Pluto has been this round. Turns his back at the last possible second. Wrong time. Bit of siege time, and Pinky was able to track it down. 1 versus 3. Minute 15 left. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Made the overtime call, but not there just yet. Pinky can get now 2 more kills.
Attackers have recovered
Could see a regulation one here, but it's going to be risky. It's going to be difficult. Knows one's in the basement now because of that shots. He knows there's only one on site, and he's got the intel as roughly to where. Spartan needs to hold on to the objective here. Scars is able to make a quick rotation up the stairs, up red, and straight up into overtime. A second one in a row now, ladies and gentlemen. Antic X-Man able to bring it back 2 consecutive rounds, and well, we are in overtime. Bappen disconnect, so we're going to head to a quick tech pause here. Just okay, please, you. There we are. Right, we're going to head to a quick tech pause here just to see how things are faring. Have a quick look at the scoreboard, just in case we do have to rehost lobby so far to see our top contenders. So far, obviously, Pinku, 14 and 6 at the minute. Absolutely great game so far. Hunter as well, 10 kills. And you've got 2 players on Antic X-Man holding the position for almost on double digits as well. They're doing really well thus far, and obviously everyone is pulling their weight thus far in this lobby, and that's what I'm enjoying seeing. Everyone getting kills, putting in numbers, having moments, keeping it entertaining, keeping it fresh. And well, as I said, yet another match worthy of overtime. Yet another chance to give this one a go. Well, just gonna wait a few seconds here to see whether we're able to hopefully reconnect, or hopefully we might have to pause to a quick rehost. But so far, we've had a good match. Been rewarded with some good siege. They've been blessed with some good siege. You can see there, baiting the operator lineup, Supernova. I think he might go for a blitz. Give the blitz another go instead. I have to wait and see. Because we'll obviously see how these things pan out. And say it's been close so far. You look towards the scoreboard and come there. Another set of 3-3 halves that we saw exactly what we saw on Chalet. So really, really great stuff from both teams on both attacks and defenses. Had some great rounds. Had some really, really good highlights. But at the end of the day, it's been kept close enough, and we are obviously dictating that overtime is going to be required to separate the two teams and separate our top seed from our second seed for qualifiers week 1. Of course, do keep in mind there is a second week of qualifiers starting next Friday, same-ish time for everyone. Same-ish time for everyone in Australia. I believe that's around, I want to say it's about 7 p.m. local time Australia, I believe the qualifiers start at 7 p.m. local time. Please do check. Go on to challenger mode if you're not familiar with the site, ! bracket, it will take you there. Navigate backwards and find next week's bracket under BLAST R6's OCEANIA page. Go get yourself signed up. It's an open qualifier. Open obviously meaning you can get your stack. You can get your ranked stack in this. You can shoot your shot against some of the best that OCE has to offer. You can shoot your shot against some of the best teams from here. And well, if it goes well for yourself, you qualify to Oceanic playoffs, you win Oceanic playoffs, you go to Singapore, you go to the APAC qualifier land, and if you win that, you've got yourself a ticket to Boston, you've got yourself a ticket to Six Invitational, the biggest competition in all of Rainbow Six. Obviously, every player, every team competitive wants to be that. They want to be on the they want to be at the Invitational. Right, we're just going to hop to a quick rehost, folks. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Pushing me closer to the edge, hand like John, now let loose. Don't mind if I do, for all the things that I've said. Pushing me closer to the edge, hand like John, now let loose. Don't mind if I do. Free as the wind, and as strong as a piece of amber. Give me a breath, like the fire you'll soon remember. Ooh. I'll be inflating till the end, I'm singing. Ooh, drowning out all this propaganda. How do you do? For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. Hand like John, now let loose. Don't mind if I do. For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. Hand like John, now let loose. Don't mind if I do.
little rain on my suit. A little bit of angry makes you cute. And we've been watching this show so long, but it feels like everything that we wrote went back into the pen we used. It won't take long, even when I'm without you, when I'm without you, babe. So listen up and play along. And that's how time flies, like we on a different timeline. Tell me that you're here and feeling down for anything. Oh, I'm down for anything. It's fine line that we keep on walking all night. Tell me that you're here and feeling down for anything. Oh, I'm down for anything. Down, 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 if we can keep it. Down, 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 if we can keep it.
And would you look at that? A rehost in under 4 minutes. Obviously, there is this slight hiccup with the operator ban page. We did see it yesterday. It will pan itself out eventually. So don't worry about it. I know it looks a little bit funny. If you need a reminder, operator bans are Montaigne, Capital, Tubbs, and Cade. Just in case, obviously, the bans slightly balked at the minute, but hey ho. Players know the bans, teams know the bans. It's all good. Sure they will. So just wait for this light screen to go. But look at that. Rehost in under 4 minutes. That's a speed run if I've ever had one. Also, every time I watch Host League, there's inevitably tech pauses, inevitably a rehost at some point. These teams have got this down by now. They know how to do it. They are chef's kiss. Beautiful. Couldn't have asked for a better two teams. So thank you to the teams. If anyone is watching this back already, supporting staff, thank you. Making it really easy to do this rehost. I do appreciate it. Does go the extra mile when teams are just snappy response, get in the game as soon as the invite's sent, and they're all ready to go. It does make life a whole lot easier when doing this whole cast and observing thing. It does make life better. And obviously, well, you can see, well, you can't see, I can't actually go on the scoreboard. It's because I'm not tabbed in, aren't I, silly? It's 6 apiece. We are in overtime. Woo. Obviously, a phenomenal game so far. Supernova obviously starting overtime on the attack. And it's going to be cash CCTV defense, exactly as we saw before the rehost. We will be getting back into things ever so shortly. Want to thank you all again for just bearing with us during, I say us, me, and the team, of course, bearing with us all during that rehost. I know they're not the most entertaining things to stare at. Stare at an intermission screen for a couple of minutes, but we were nice and quick, and as I say, thanks to the teams again for making it a nice, smooth process. And look at that, we're right back into things, folks. In the prep phase, overtime is needed to settle this one. Of course, we did lose the scoreboard from the previous match. Of course, you know, the Pinku, of course, firing up. I believe it was on 14 kills just before the rehost. So, continuing to have a fiery game today, and well, Antic man. It's an opportunity for both teams, I think, to have a little bit of a pause, have a little bit of a reset. Obviously, you know, tech balls, you've had a bit of time to think, you've had a bit of time to digest the last 12 rounds, how you've gotten here. All you need is one attack and one defense over the line each. If you are Antic man, you get 3 defensive, 2 attacks, but all you really need is 2 rounds over the line here. And obviously, you've had a think, had a pause. What's been going wrong? Why are we here? Why haven't we 7-0'd these guys? Because obviously, as much as viewers, we appreciate a close game. I'm sure teams will enjoy playing close games. You know, from a competitive standpoint, you want to be winning everything 7-0. Why are we in overtime? You know, what's happened for us to get to this point? That's the questions you'll be asking yourself. And, you know, sometimes you see teams, especially when you get to overtime in the first place, teams often will have a bit of a jig around with how they play. And you might often see the same thing again coming out of that little tech pause. But enough dwelling on the past. Let's take a look at the present and the future, which of course is round ahead. Round 13. Now, first of overtime, Supernova going to be attacking up onto this CCT Brava team for the first time. This map going to be able to be taken over there. The bulletproof cameras, as you can see, taking over Defender utility as opposed to just downright destroying it. You can take it over. Player on rafters. Position is known, and that's Machine. Instead, can be forced off, of course. Of course, Capital is banned. Not going to be able to use those asphyxiating English. Those asphyxiating bolts to get it over the line. You're going to need to be able to find another way of removing him. Grenades, cab on hives, because otherwise he's going to remove you from the lobby. Machine Takes down Quixie. ADS burning utility. How on Hive's going, and finally, last few connect. Of course, not really much Machine can do about that other than hide for his dear life. But here comes the ace. Here comes President up the stairs. Knowing there's one there. Cautious of anyone peeking from the objective. There is one watching the long angle. However, for the time being, President, he's able to get both. Double kill for him. Opens the round right up for Supernova. Minute left on the clock now for them to work with. Antic man. Vertical pressure's been applied from below. It's going to be Bappen. Shooting down from below. Able to get a beautiful shot on Scars. 2 versus 4 now. Just Spartan and Pluto left to hold on to the objective. 50 seconds. Spartan's worked her way downstairs. However, 1 versus 4. She's going to have to find a way to get this one over the line. Going to get caught by a player on rafters. Low HP. When the player jumps down, it's going to be Josh to close it out. Supernova get themselves a pretty dominant start to overtime and get themselves an attacking round across the line. And get themselves, yet again, one round away from taking this map and this series. Question is, can they do so, or are we going all the way up to 15? That is, of course, the question at hand. Bedroom Gym going to be opting for our defense by Supernova. That is going to be where we're going to be we're heading for what could be.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
For what could be our last round. Here, obviously, can only have 2 more rounds maximum, so we're going to have 1 round more or 2 rounds more of Siege. I hope it's 2. This game deserves score, where we've just seen a 6-8 victory.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Obviously, we've just seen a 6-8 14-rounder on, obviously, the previous match. No, we've seen 14 rounds. I want to see 15. Let's go all the way to 15. Let's put it really all down to the wire. Top seed, second seed, base off of a single round. No higher stakes than that. Love a bit of stakes, and most importantly, love some really, really entertaining Siege, because that's what this is proving to be so far. Really, really entertaining match, obviously, between the
Defuse a bomb.
2 teams here. Open qualifiers for OCE. Let's see how they can get cooking. Really wasn't the best of the rounds from Antic's man. I was only really able to get 1 kill off the board, and sort of, you know, 4 members of Supernova still had it. Wasn't the closest of rounds, so definitely not kind of how you want to be coming off of that tech pause, coming into overtime. Not exactly how you're going to want to be doing it, but
Activating Selma.
you've still got a chance. Work on construction will work on the Logi hatch. It's going to be opened up by Machine here. Still a few players from the side of Supernova towards this end of the map, and well, Pinku shut down by Pluto. He's managed to squeeze his way up red stairs and is pushing through towards this cash CC tie, which the roam clear of will be a requirement for this round. Bappen stuck really between a rock and a hard place. There's so many players of Antic and X-Man firing on all cylinders, trying to take him out of the lobby, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Final 3 players of Supernova all but forced to fall back towards the objective. Push from Antic X-Man continues on. A good start to the round. A minute in, and well, Cash CCTV is mostly in control. You've now got to clear these Logi players. 2 more Logi. You can see there on the right side of your left side of your screen. Sorry, that's going to be Spartan. She's going to be trying to get the bathroom wall open. However, going to be unable to do so because of those bandit batteries. Scars may be able to come over and provide some support. It seems like that's exactly what's going to be the case. So, for the time being, the players towards the eastern edge of the map, there's only going to be 3 of them around. The Machine taking a peek into the site. Exothermic, as you can see. There you are. Bathroom wall is right open, and hopefully we're not going to have any more ash-related whiffs on that mirror window. Should be able to just be taken down with a nice bit of ease. Machine creeping into construction now. Do they know about the player? Do they know about President in Logi? You've got President and Josh in Logi. Of course, Josh is playing in Stash, more focused on the objective, whereas President tucked away in a corner into Logi. Machine's definitely watching the angle, but what's this? Kit's going down. Hello. Anyone from Supernova, they see the kit player going, and there you go. Response is made, but you lose so many players in the process. It's just going to be Josh on his lonesome, stuck on main stairs. And well, 15 rounds is what we're going to need, ladies and gentlemen. Antic able to take a successful attacking round and get us all the way to the maximum point of this game. We need every single round to dictate who is going to be the champion here. Who is going to be our victor in open qualifier number 1. Every round needed. Just want to say what a phenomenal match it has been thus far. Highs, lows, epic moments, as I keep saying. And regardless of who comes out on top, both teams have played it very well. Both teams have played
Defenders,
Good.
protect your bombs from being defused
good
by
gameplay,
attackers.
but only one can walk away to victor. Only one of these two teams can walk away to top seed. The first and only winner of Open Qualifier number 1, and also the first team to win an Open Qualifier. Obviously, the second one next week. Neither of these teams have played. They're qualified already. Don't need to play. This is just for seeding, but all teams are giving it all. You want that preferential seed because the lower your seed, the more likely you're going to go up against, you know, your bigger teams like Gaming Gladiators, who
All set.
10 seconds
Yeah.
left.
obviously very strong side. Trying to get words out there. Gaming Gladiators, very strong side.
5 seconds left.
Know that.
before insertion.
Of course, the old Bliss roster minus Oda, minus. See, Oda went and signed up with Chiefs, and built a roster of his own. And ended up going to Montreal. Obviously, there's a whole series of drama and 1,000 people to explain it better than I ever could in the last couple of minutes of this round. But as of course not the focus of today, it's going to be this round. And well, Pinku lost a lot of health early on there. It's going to be Machine, I believe, playing the vertical angles, just trying. Hold on, keep in mind the objective is over in Bedroom Gym. That's losing a lot of health, and you're not all too near. You can see the players now through the outlines. We'll be making their way up towards Rafters. We'll be Bappen spearheading the assault of Supernova, trying to get closer and closer towards the objective. But you've got 3 players holding on here. On the side of Antic X-Man. Pluto relocating some of those FNAT dread mines. Watching the staircase. Good move. And this is going to be the first issue. This is going to be the shield. Quixie is, of course, about. And here comes the shield. If you didn't know it was there before, you certainly do now. Seeing the shield, you've likely given the calls. And, well, shield be gone. Hunter with a double kill on the C4. Opening the round wide open for Antic. And that's exactly the kind of play you wanted to need. You saw a massive C4 from the side of Supernova in round 2, and Antic X-Man, well, they respond with a massive C4 that gets 2 in the final round of the game. Good start and a good opener for them. Shutting down the attack, making this roam clear really problematic and really, really costly. And Antic X-Man, they've played it perfectly. They've gotten the frags that they've needed. And as you can see, all 5 players have now rotated back towards side. They've given the map control, but they've burnt half the round. And more importantly, burnt 2 crucial players. They've burnt the shield, they've burnt the Grim. The main execute utility that is on the side of Supernova. That is now gone, done and dusted. Will not be making a play, not be taken into consideration for the remainder of this round. A minute left to respond now for Supernova. They need to find a way back into this. They need to try and find some picks, isolate some players. And I don't know if President saw the one tucked close. God, you what? I don't know if they saw Machine. Charge just comes for this, unaware. I don't know if they know, and well, it's going to be Pluto to confirm the kill anyway. I think he was going to be blinded by a friendly flashbang, and well, Bappen, Pluto, 2 versus 5. What can you get cooking? 45 seconds now. Antic X-Man looking strong, holding on to the game, holding on for their life. Almost there. Pluto taking a load of damage. Sees the one on the window. Going to be doing a lot of the engagements here. But time, 20 seconds. It's falling apart now. Time is ticking away. Pinku has no choice but to try and push through. But caught in a crossfire, you're not going to be able to. It's just going to be Bappen left 1 versus 5. And surely this does not go the way of Supernova. Antic X-Man, it does not. And they do a flawless round. A statement to finish off things here in the first Open Qualifier for the 6 Invitational 2025 last chance qualifiers. A hard-fought victory is set on screen for Antic X-Man. But they are the victors. And they are your number 1 team in Open Qualifier number 1. There's the scoreboard for you. Of course, do keep in mind it was skewed after the rehost that we had just before overtime. But well, what a game to end things on. A truly phenomenal game of Siege. 2 overtimes today. The Siege gods have blessed us all with some phenomenal matches. And well, that is going to be doing it all for today and the Open Qualifiers. Thank you ever so much for watching. Of course, now let's take a quick look towards the format. We flip this on the screen. So there you go. So this is the Oceanic format for the Road to 6 Invitational as an OCE team. So of course, you now have your top 3 teams from qualifier number 1. I can confirm to you those top 3 teams are going to be in order of seeding. I will list them. It is going to be Antic X-Man, Supernova, Rainbow Six, followed by Chiefs Esports Club. Those are our 3 teams that have qualified from Open Qualifier number 1. So for all of the other teams that have competed, it's now looking towards Open Qualifier number 2. Compete there, you hit top 4 in Open Qualifier number 2. The bar is, of course, slightly different, obviously, because there was one team that qualified directly to Oceanic Playoffs, Gaming Gladiators, off the SI points. So, obviously, Open Qualifier number 2, you just need to reach semi-finals. You've guaranteed yourself in, which I believe is like 3 best of ones. So, certainly doable for plenty of these teams. And obviously, as you saw today, there's plenty of quality siege these teams have to offer, and plenty of good strategies they have to show. You win the Oceanic Playoffs. Second place does not matter. You have to win the Oceanic Playoffs. You win that, go to APAC LAN in Singapore, held, I believe, early January. You go up against the winner of the playoffs from Japan, Korea, and Asia. Double elimination, best of 3 bracket, I believe that one is. Winner of that will go to Six Invitational in Boston in February. So, of course, very exciting stuff. And obviously, for a lot of these teams, opportunity to make the biggest competition in all of Siege. And, of course, for OC as a region, unfortunately, there are no qualified teams from OCE for Six Invitational as it stands. Gaming Gladiators just falling short. I believe they were literally like the 17th place team based on tiebreaker. They were literally just ever so slightly too short off of making Six Invitational. Of course, OCE sending 2 different teams to each, or a different team to each major, sorry, obviously really did impact how the system obviously played out. And unfortunately, neither team from OCE being able to make main stage at the major resulted in what was effectively them being unable to really build a team that was able to make it through qualifying 3 points. So unfortunately, if a team from OCE and OCE wants to represent at the major, they're going to need to not only win, obviously we're going to send OCE's best team at this point in time, we're going to be sending them to the APAC first, but they're going to need to win those playoffs if they want to be going through the Invitational in Boston. And obviously, I'd love to see an OCE represented in Boston. I think I've given my thoughts about the region enough today, but obviously, I love this region. Really hope to see one of these amazing teams on the main stage, or just making it a full to Invitational. Really would love. Obviously, I believe there is some great talent. You know, Chiefs, Gaming Gladiators, even Antic as we just saw, have some really good potential in this region and possibly internationally to compete as well. So it really would be nice to be able to see some of these teams competing at the level. But of course, first we've got to worry about the qualifiers to get there. That is going to be doing it for the Open Qualifier number 1 here from OCE. But thank you all very, very much for watching. Of course, do come back next week. I believe I'm going to check the times for myself. Give me 2 seconds. So next Friday at 7 p.m. 8 Australian time, Sydney, time zone in Sydney. The different times down there. So 8 a.m. GMT. I will be back. I will be casting the second wave of OCE qualifiers. So I'll be back nice and early in the morning for me, yet again. And of course, we will be back doing more matches, obviously more teams, and another shot for all of these teams to qualify through. Obviously, do keep in mind it's open qualifiers. Assemble your rank stack, assemble your 5, and give a go at qualifying against the best in your region. There's plenty of other regions as well. So if you're not from OCE and you're watching this outside of OCE, there is a qualifier for every single region, and OCE is amongst the first to start. APAC is the first to start. I think just having that LAN brings it forward a little bit. Obviously, there are qualifiers for all of the other regions Friday next week as well. So Asia, Japan, Korea have their own qualifiers as well. South America and Brazil have their own qualifiers. Latin and Brazil, sorry. NA has their own qualifiers going on as well. Soon EMEA now, which is obviously the merger of Europe and MENA, now merging into one. That now starts next week. So there's regions and qualifiers all over the place. So please do go get yourself involved. Shoot your shot. You never know. You might just end up be playing in Boston come February. Truly, that is going to be all. I want to thank you all very much for watching. Those of you who are sticking around to listen to me ramble a little bit, does mean the world to see you all come in to watch me cast. And obviously, I do want to extend a thank you to everyone from OCE for sort of welcoming me so far with open hands. It's been very nice to see so many faces in here sort of chatting. Obviously, I was a bit concerned being a bit of a newcomer from EU, how it would pan out, but everyone has been lovely. It's been really nice sort of be here and be able to provide this cast for you all. So thank you very much for watching yet again, and I'll be seeing you all next week for the second wave of qualifiers. Don't go anywhere, or do go anywhere, rather. Try it again. Thank you very much for watching. See you all next week for the second wave of qualifiers. Take care, stay safe, have a great week. Bye-bye. That is the wrong scene. Let's try that again.
For anything, yeah, we can make a mess inside this booth. You're taking me to places old and new, sweetest on the